Oh, actually, I have a question for Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki, that other woman you were talking about obviously was in an abusive relationship, and that's an issue.
Yes.
I have a question about like where the line of abuse actually is. Like, what is considered abusive and what isn't considered abusive. So obviously, getting physically violent with somebody, yeah, that would be abusive. But what about things that are a little bit more subtle? Would it be abusive if I wanted somebody to be away from me? So if I was like, let's say I got in an argument with a significant other, and I was just like, you know what? I just need some space to myself. Please step away. Please don't be in the same room as me. Like if I'm in the living room, let's say, if I'm in the living room, I'm like, please go to another room. I need my own space. Would you consider that abusive?
Honestly, no. Although I am abusive in that I kind of don't let people make me leave. If somebody's mad at me, I'll smother them. But no, I honestly don't think that would be abusive. Unless they're like physically forcing them out of the room or something.
Yeah, no, if they've just asked them to leave it and they're like, I don't want you here. What if it's a bedroom? What if it's like, you know what, I go sleep on the couch. I'm not dealing with you tonight. I don't want you in my personal space. You've already violated my personal space and I don't want to sleep next to you. I'm not comfortable with that. Would you consider that abusive behavior?
This specifically is kind of a difficult question for me. It's a little bit layered. But my father would actually physically force my mom out of their bed, and she would have to sleep on the couch with like a slip disc. And he literally never once in his entire life would sleep on the couch, and he would either physically push her off or he would become like verbally abusive until she left. So the act of like trying to make somebody sleep on the couch is not abusive. But the way that you do that and the way that you communicate to it could be possibly.
Yeah, and I obviously, if it's a little bit of a separate issue when it's shared home, you need to find maybe a better way of looking at it, especially if somebody has a physical limitation. What do you think, Monty?
Yeah, it's how you do it, and what's the purpose? Why is the person sleeping on the couch? Is it like because they don't want to share the bed, or is it like what's going on in the background? And how you talk to someone and how you treat them in the background is very important. Yeah, are you always like questioning their decisions? Are you always taunting their decisions? What's going on? That's very important. So,
all right, how about I give you one? I'll give you one really straightforward example. There's a funeral going on. You want to be left alone, and there's a lot of people there, and you're sharing a hotel that you paid for the room, and you've got a significant other who's there, and they're there with their friends, and you want to be left alone. You're mourning, and you go back to your hotel, and you're in your room, and you want to be left alone. Now your significant other may or may not come into the room, but you've asked to be left alone, and your significant other comes in. Hey, hon, are you decent? No. Are you sure you're not decent? No, I'm not decent. Opens door with handful of people behind them and busts into the room as you're trying to keep some time to yourself during your mourning period. No, get out of my room. I don't want to sleep with you. You've now violated my room, violated my privacy, and violated my bodily autonomy. Don't sleep in my room. Close this door. Is this considered... Would you consider that abusive?
That would be abusive on the woman, like not on the guy.
Justice. Kicking that person out of there. That's again, it's a violation. They violated her. She's very justified in that.
I took the genders out of it. So is the person coming into? Are they the one being abusive, or is the person saying, I want you not to sleep with me in this room, go to sleep on the couch tonight?
She's with that personality, so many ways to fire a barbecue up, on hot dogs, on burgers, over to your barbecue. Tangy taste of cheese whiz, would sip in everything you do. She's with that personality, and personality. She's with and personality.